Welcome to Warrior Wednesday. I'm happy to see all of you this morning. If you saw the Facebook post that I did for this, the theme for this class is today we're going to look at the idea of becoming a warrior, not a worrier. So say those words out loud because they sound the same, warrior and worrier. So I did a little digging and I looked at the definition of the word worry. The definition of worry is to give way to anxiety or unease, allowing one's mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles. So by definition, worry is choosing to get ahead of ourselves and allow our mind to dwell on something that scares us or concerns us. A deeper definition, as it relates to a dog, an animal, is to tear at, gnaw on, or drag around with the teeth. So a dog is worrying on his bone when they're just gnawing and they're just so upset. You know how that is. So I thought that was a really cool image for how we are with worrying. As what we're going to focus on today, the warrior goes through life purposely, whether climbing mountains or wallowing in a swamp. He takes the ups and downs in stride and sees painful circumstances as challenges to work through. So in this practice today, I'd like to look at some of the characteristics of a warrior. And if we switch that to spiritual warrior, we can look to Thich Nhat Hanh, who gives us 6 really simple tools that we're going to use today. Mindful breathing, mindful walking, and we'll substitute movement, mindful sitting, meditation, mindful living in each moment, and then taking all that we've learned and serving someone else. So during this practice, if you have a journal nearby, I'd invite you to notice when your mind goes to worry, I'd like you to just jot that down. Just write down a word of like, my mind just worried about groceries or toilet paper or something bigger. Like, write it down during practice. Like, get out of the warrior pose and write something down and then jump back in and see if that one little trick helps you just set that aside for a moment. So let's take a comfortable seat. I will stop rambling and get you in your bodies. With a tall spine, close your eyes and arrive here. Arrive in this moment. Arrive here by noticing the earth, the cushion, the floor beneath you, the sounds around you, the temperature of air on your skin. Arrive here with maybe a taste in your mouth or a smell. Let your senses take in what it's like to be here in this moment. And then let's just see what it's like to get ahead of ourselves. So where you're sitting, just lean your whole body forward. Just lean into the front of your sitting bones and feel that tension that happens when we get ahead of ourselves. And that's where worry lives. That's where stress and anxiety lives, is in the future. So come back and notice how your body just kind of melts and settles in the present. And then do the opposite, lean back, like lean way back and notice how your muscles have to hold you here when you are in the past. We don't belong back there either. That's finished with us. So come back here. And as much as possible in this practice, let's be here. So with hands on our knees, let's pull the chest forward on an inhale and round the spine on an exhale. And let these first few movements be mindful. moving with your breath. Inhale to fill up on that very easy and slight back bend. And exhale to round your spine. Inhale to pull forward. Exhale to round. And just continue that a couple more breaths. Krista, would you mind giving me a thumbs up if you can hear music? Is the volume okay? Okay, awesome, thank you. Let's take this movement around onto all fours. And just continue that spine extension and spine round. Breathing in as you lift your chest and lift your chin. Breathing out as you round. And get a little bit wiggly and creative here. Warm up your spine in the way that feels best to you. Start to allow your body to shift back into child's pose on those exhales. And to come back forward with a little bit of a bend in your spine on your inhales. Beautiful. We're all in this together, moving and breathing mindfully. Come back into child's pose. Stretch your arms long and rock your body from side to side. See if you can feel one shoulder going way over to the edge of your mat and then the other. As you settle back into the center, tuck your toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Your fingers are spread wide and just really pedal your heels right here. Let your body be present to this mindful movement. Right here, right now, in this moment, this experience, let it hold you. Let it captivate your attention. From downward facing dog, slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat. Let your fingertips touch the floor. So maybe that means your knees are pretty bent. And from here, we're just going to press and lengthen and lower. We're saying hello to our hamstrings, the backs of our legs, with breath, mindful movement. Pressing on the shins one more time. Put a little more bend in your knees and then just reach your arms up high to extended mountain. And allow your arms to just float down by your sides and pause here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's play again with that idea of past, future, and present. Lean into your toes. Lean your body forward like you're a long jumper at the top of a mountain, and notice all that tension in your body. If you've been living with worry and stress and anxiety, your body is feeling like this all the time. So watch what happens when you come back here. Your legs relax, your arms relax, your face even softens here. Now notice what it's like to be behind yourself, to lean back into the past. Notice the back of your body straining, and then come back to neutral. Let's reach the arms high. And as the hands come to heart, we'll sink into chair. Let's do that a few times with breath. Right here, right now. present and aware of this moment. Let's reach the hands high one more time. Stretch as high as you can. Feet can be a little bit wider. Take a hold of one of your hands and stretch yourself sideways. As you do, take up space in the side of your body. Switching sides as you're ready. Pull that wrist up and out. Press the foot to the floor. And open up the arms slowly again, bringing the hands all the way down. And we'll place the hands at the crease of the hips. Let's shift forward into a little bit wider forward fold. You can touch the fingers to the floor. Let's bend and straighten the knees here. Waking up the muscles, the joints, the connective tissue. And if you've turned sideways, just go back to the front of your mat and let's step again into downward facing dog. We're going to shift forward into plank pose and lower our knees to the mat. And on the exhale, we'll just lower ourselves all the way down to the earth, so we're lying on our belly. And let's just take a moment here to find out what's happening in our backs. So first, we're just going to lift up into cobra. And cobras have no arms, so we're going to just keep the weight out of our hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and breathe. Breathe into the strength of the back of your body. Give you some options now. One is to stay right here. Another is to bring your elbows and forearms to the mat and come up just a touch higher, pulling forward with your ribs. Feeling strength in the back of the body. One more level up, if you like, is placing fingertips on the floor and lifting even higher, just enough to feel strength, not strain. And lowering all the way down to the floor. Reach your arms forward and come up into either Wonder Woman or Superman, whichever you prefer. Fingers lifted, toes lifted. Our past has made us strong. And the back of our body is where that shows up. We are strong because of what's behind us. Release your hands back to the floor. Rest your head for a moment and just wiggle out your hips. Exhale loud. And then coming back into that cobra, if you'd like, you can stay here, or you can just press to the tops of your feet and come into a full upward facing dog, legs lifted. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. And let's pedal the heels here, coming back into that bend of the hips. Walking the feet to the hands, lift halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's put those movements together in a sun salutation. Arms reach high. Fold, exhale. Hands come to shins, lift halfway. Downward facing dog, exhale. Plank pose, knees or toes, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, lower halfway down. And then choose one of those back bending postures that we just did to inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everybody take a deep breath in with a long sigh. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Press hands to shins, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Scoop your arms high. And bring them back into the heart. And just do that one more time. Sun A, arms reach. Forward fold. Half lift. Down dog. Plank pose, knees or toes. Lower down and then choose your favorite back bending posture. Exhale back, down dog. Step or hop your feet to your hands and lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms reach high, extended mountain. Find a back bend this time, and again, just looking into those muscles behind us. And then bring that back to neutral. Exhale. Sinking the hips, reach your arms high, chair pose. And notice that chair is also a little bit of a back bend. So as we reach our arms back, and maybe the arms are cactus, but as we reach them back, we feel strength in our back. We feel support. We have what we need to be strong right here, right now. Let's release the fingers toward the ceiling. Hands come behind, interlace, open your chest. And on the exhale, fold forward. Lower your head and lift your fingers. Release the hands to the floor, press to your shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's take that vinyasa again. You can be on your knees or toes. Maybe you're enjoying that Sphinx pose here, with a fingertip lift. Push back into downward facing dog. On the inhale, raise your right leg and set that foot behind your right wrist. The back heel turns, rising up, warrior one. Pause here. Warrior one is also a little bit of a backward bending posture. Feel strength in your back, not strain. Lift, breathe. On your exhale, hands come to the mat. Down dog. Let's lift that right leg again. And then shifting forward, you can hold here, one-legged plank, or lower down, chaturanga. Lift up into your back bend, and exhale, down dog. Building heat, mindful movement. Let's raise the left leg to the ceiling. On the exhale, set that foot behind your left wrist, dropping the back heel, rise up, warrior one. Feeling the strength behind you. On the exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog. As an option, lift that left leg again, float forward, a one-legged plank, hold here or lower down. And then rise. As we exhale, let's drop our knees and come into child's pose. Forehead to the mat or your hands. Exhale long here. Feel the heat that we've just built. From here, let's come up again, downward facing dog, and we'll step or hop our feet to the top of the mat. Hands pressed to shins. As we exhale, slide your hands behind your heels and pull yourself into a forward fold. Feel the back of your body now lengthening, the front of your body strong. Put a bend in the knees and reach to chair pose. And here we are again, the strength. This pose is called Utkatasana. It means fierce, fierce posture. Arms back just a little, chest open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to go through the sun bee one more time just to make sure there's lots of heat before we slow down. So let's take a vinyasa. Lift and lower. Find your back bend and settle in down dog. Right leg steps through, warrior one, flowing with breath. Vinyasa, high to low. You can modify wherever you need to by dropping your knees or even taking something out. Left leg, warrior one. Right here, right now, present, mindful movement. You can come into down dog or child's pose to rest. Let's find our way again to the top of the mat. Pressing hands to shins, lift halfway. Slide your hands to the back of your heels, exhale. Bend comes into the knees and we rise. Completing 2 rounds of sun bee. Bring your hands to your heart. Sit a little lower. And let's twist to the right side. Just hook the elbow to the outside of that knee. Turn to look over your shoulder and breathe. Exaggerating the breath now, ujjayi breath, that whispered breath. Coming to center, let's relieve the legs, one breath, arms open wide. And as we close back in, let's exhale, twist to our left. Breathe here, top hand presses into bottom. Inhale, exhale back to center. Let's reach the arms up high and wide again. Huge breath, back of the body strong. Let your arms come to your sides. Let your fingers touch the back of your legs, and we're just going to slide the hands down the legs as the chest reaches forward. Lengthening, lengthening, keeping the spine long until we come all the way down where we can use the hands to fold a little deeper one more time. Exhale. Let's leave the right foot where it is and step our left foot back into a low lunge. Your back knee can be on or off the mat. Both great choices. We're going to move into a twist, and so if you like using a block for your twist, you can bring your left hand to a block. The right arm reaches way out in front of you and then reaches up. Finding a twisting lunge here. And then just arrive here. Be here with your breath. Here in your body. And as that hand lowers back to the earth, let's use this front leg to help us rise up into high lunge. Balancing on those back toes. Finding here a back bend. A A strong back, soft front. There's one tiny change that I'd like you to make, and that is I'd just like you to drop your back heel, creating warrior one. Hands interlace. Place them on the back of your head and then just press your head back into your hands. Strong back, soft front. Lifting up, peeling out into warrior two. So it's Warrior Wednesday. So I'd like you to really embody this posture. Let me tell you again the definition of warrior that I found. Warrior goes through life purposefully, whether climbing mountains or wallowing in a swamp. He takes the ups and downs in stride and sees painful circumstances as challenges to work through. Turning the right palm, let's reverse and come into side angle. Let's just flow, reverse to side a few times. Using our core muscles, our obliques. Going through life purposely, on purpose. And one more time into reverse warrior, straightening that front leg and just lifting as far away from your toes as you can with your fingers. Let's bring the arms back to parallel and we'll move into triangle pose. And that block is right there for you if you'd like to use it. Long angles, long lines in your body. Right here, right now. Allow that top arm to come down to the floor, the front knee to bend, and let's walk this feet into a wide straddle. Bring your block or your pillow with you and just bend one knee and then the other. Just kind of shake out the legs. And then if you can, allow yourself to rest on that pillow or that block in front of you. Allow your head to rest on something here. Let yourself exhale into this posture. When you're ready, just releasing your head and starting to turn toward your left leg. You might face the back of your mat, or you could just quickly switch legs. Low lunge, either on or off your back knee. Right here, present, mindful movements. We're moving into a twist, so if you like to use a prop, you can place your hand on something and then open the left arm into twist. Feeling your spine just ringing out. Release that hand back to the earth. Let's use our front leg to help us rise up to high lunge. Again, you can be on that back knee or toes. Find length. Find strength in your back. Softness in the front. Keep this posture and just gently lower your back heel. warrior one. Interlacing fingers, hands behind the head, and then just press. Feel opening. Feel your heart opening to what's right in front of you. Trusting that your back is strong enough to hold you. You can open. We'll open the arms into warrior two. Let's take this nice, strong stance, going through life purposefully. Turning our left palm, we'll reverse the warrior. Just moving with breath, side to side. When we are present, when we are in this moment, it really doesn't matter what's going on outside. We can find joy and peace right here. If we allow our mind to worry, we can just as easily allow our mind to be here, to be present. Maybe not just as easily, but we can. Let's come back to reverse warrior and straighten that left leg. Reach fingers away from toes and stretch. Beautiful, everyone. Take your arms out into that parallel position, shifting forward into triangle pose. That block is there for you if that seems helpful. Breathing in this moment, this strong body that you call home. As we release that hand to the floor, softening the front knee, let's come back to our wide straddle and just give yourself a minute here of playtime, of mindful movement. Curious exploration. Mindful breathing. As we move our way back to the front of our mat, if you have a block with you, bring it along for the ride. And let's come into a balancing posture, lifting the back leg. And this 3-point balance is a wonderful place to just stay and practice your balance. You can use any props. Maybe there's a chair nearby or a wall. Option to stay here or to come up into warrior 3. If you're choosing warrior 3, you bring your hands to your heart and then just slowly reach them out to your sides or over your head. Maybe airplane arms. Practicing courage here. To stand on shaky ground. To breathe. To be here. Not get ahead of ourselves. We'll let our fingertips come back to the floor. Place that lunge back in. And then let's move into pigeon from here. Let's give that leg we were just standing on a nice little break by dropping the knee toward the right wrist. If your right hip is up off the floor quite a bit, you can wedge a shirt, a pillow, a block under your hip. You can stay up or lower down. We'll be here for about 5 slow, full breaths. Mindful breathing. Follow your breath. explore your internal landscape. What's happening right now? Let yourself exhale. Let's keep our legs in this shape and then just come up to hands or fingers. Let's find another expression of a little back bend. Feeling the strong back and the soft front. That which is behind us is our strength. And it allows us to step forward with an open and soft heart. Let's release, placing hands on the mat, tucking the back toes and slowly reaching that right leg up to give it a nice shake. Opening and releasing that hip. And then finding downward facing dog, pause to notice. Right and left are probably quite a bit different. So let's balance that out. Left leg comes to the top of the mat. And that's our base now for balance. So shifting forward, let's lift the back leg off of the floor, using any tools you have to help you balance. You can stay there or move towards a warrior 3. Present here. Even on shaky ground, present here, aware, living this moment. Not ahead, not behind, right here. As we lower that foot back to lunge, let's work our way into pigeon. Second side, left knee comes close to left wrist. Before you go too far in this posture, just really pay attention to that left knee. Is there any sharp pain? If so, it probably would feel better to prop up your hip or bring the foot closer to you. When you find your comfortable lower body, let your upper body relax down. Mindful breathing. Following the breath into your body and just noticing the sensation. What's happening now? What's here to be noticed? Lifting up to hands or fingers, finding a little back bend here. Strong back, soft front. Brene Brown talks about when we use our past as our strength, it allows us to approach our present moment with a softness a confidence and an open heart. We're going to release this by just rolling onto that left hip and bringing our legs around in front of us into a comfortable seat. You're welcome to sit on something if that feels helpful. With our hands on our knees, let's do another round of seated cat-cow the way we started this practice. See if there's any more mobility or ease in our bodies. Let's hold this next one back. Let's open up the space between our shoulder blades, chin to chest. We've done a lot of back extension today. Let's just be here in a little bit of extreme flexion. And then as we come up to a seated position, let's extend the legs out into a straddle. This is a place where you might want to be on a pillow or a block. And you can take your fingers behind you and just press your chest forward. This is a nice opening for the inner thighs, length of the spine. If you're comfortable here, you might try bringing hands in front of you and just walking yourself into more of a forward bend. Close your eyes and feel your body reacting to your breath. Right here, right now. Walk your hands toward your right leg. Notice what shifted there with that little movement of your torso. Make your way back to center and ease your way over toward the left leg, just noticing mindful movement, what's happening now in my body. Back toward the center, press up to a tall spine. And with your left hand in front of you and your right hand behind, just come into a twist. Both sitting bones press into the earth. Fingers are anchors, spine is long. Mindful breathing. Rotating to the other side, right hand in the middle, left arm behind. Lengthen and twist. Come back to center, and let's just bring our legs in and give them a little shake, a little bit of a massage of our legs on the floor. Kind of bounce them out. You might use your hands to kind of give yourself a little gentle pat up and down the outside of your legs, the top of your legs, maybe the inside, all the way to your feet. Just kind of wake your legs up. And then we're going to use this next, use a prop for the next posture. So if you don't have a block, grab just a pillow or maybe even a rolled up sweatshirt, just enough that you can find a little bit of height behind your back. So I'm going to place this right here between my shoulder blades. And so that as we come down to the ground, we'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, arms open, and the head is allowed to drop back. And the chest is lifted. We're supported in our back bend now. Wiggle it around until you feel a comfortable resting place here in the supported fish version. Mindful breathing. Expanding, softening. Actively just pushing your heart forward in your chest, feeling your rib cage soften as you exhale. Bring your hands down and just guide your knees back together. The hands will come behind the head, and then just pull your chin up towards your chest. And then just lean to one side and pull that block out of the way. Let's move that prop now underneath our hips. Come into supported bridge. In supported bridge, your hips can be flat on the ground or flat on a block. If you'd like a little more, you're welcome to lift your hips high, or maybe even come into wheel pose, strong back, soft front. From here, draw your knees in and just extend your legs up into waterfall. Arms resting at your sides. A gentle inversion at the end of our practice. You might wiggle your toes, you might flex and point your feet, or circle your ankles. And then let's come back to the floor. Lift your hips to move that palp. And begin to find your way into Shavasana. We're going to take a little shorter Shavasana today so that we can spend a couple of minutes in seated meditation. So let's just take a moment here to exhale, lying down on our backs. Allowing our bodies to just settle. Mindful breathing. Present in your body. Following your breath in as it makes its way through your body. As you rest here, just feeling the weight of your body on the earth, being present with your breath. Can you let go for a moment of the doing and just be here? Receive a moment of stillness as a gift to your soul. Absorb breath as a gift to the cells of your body. Absorb these words as a gift of love. You are loved. You feel ready. Take a gentle journey from your back to a seat. If it's possible, just keep your eyes closed through the transition so you stay centered and present. As we sit for these few final moments together in stillness and meditation, know that for some people, sitting still is really hard. It's a discipline and a challenge. So a bridge to being a better sitter is to journal, to just sit still and write what's present for you. Put your thoughts on paper. Your hands can be in any gesture that feels comfortable and soothing to your body. Palms down is grounding. Palms up, receptive. Hands at heart, gratitude. Allow your hands to be wherever they need to be and breathe. If you can hear or feel the sound of your breath, you are breathing mindfully. As we continue with this day, may we notice when our mind becomes a worrier, and may we come back to mindful breathing, mindful walking or doing, whatever task we're doing. Living mindfully today. And may we use all of this as a way to better serve each other in this time. Thank you all so much for being here today. You bring your hands in front of your heart, a gesture of gratitude. The light, the goodness, the warrior in me honors adores the warrior in you. Namaste. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. I am going to give you permission to unmute yourself. If you'd like to stick around, go pour yourself a cup of tea. I'd love to just see your face and hear from you, but thanks for being here today.